Herkimer, and the story he wrote about, he remembers hearing as a child. He's here to present the final argument.
Thank you very much, Susan. First, I want to establish I got to write the story, the final argument, because I volunteer 3 days a week at the Historical Society. And I told them if I don't write a story, I don't come to work. And the other interesting fact is I believe I may be the only person who actually was in touch with some people that were involved in this argument. Mainly the policeman who eventually killed the Frank Nowak. I was involved with him because as a kid we were playing on a fire escape in Herkimer and somebody called the police and he was a policeman that came to get rid of us. The story is about a man called Frank Novakowski and his wife Lottie. They were separated. He was living in Rochester. They had 2 children. And for what reason he came back to Herkimer, probably with the understanding he was going to kill her because he didn't want to pay child support. I'm not quite sure what good it would have done him to kill her and the child support, but that was the reasoning. And he got into the house, Lottie Novakowski's father's house where she lived. He got into the house, got into her bedroom. She woke up and knew that she was in trouble and somehow was able to get out of the bedroom and out on the street, and he opened the window and fired 2 shots at her and missed both times. The next morning, he came back and her father and him got in an argument. And he pulled his gun out and shot twice and missed the father twice. And in the meantime, they had called the police department. The police department sent an officer down just for protection. And a little later in the morning, the patrolman Joe Butts came in to relieve him at 10 o'clock. He had an argument with the murderer, or the expected murderer. They had the argument. He pulled his gun out, shot at Officer Butts twice, missed him both times. Unfortunately for him, Officer Butts did not miss when he pulled his gun and shot him. There's a picture of the deceased. Here's what I had heard as a young person. We were scared to death of Officer Butts because we had heard he shot a man in the stomach. We didn't know why, but we just knew that he had shot a man in the stomach. Later on, as I got a little bit older, and Frank's wife, after the murder, eventually got remarried and owned several taverns, one in Herkimer, one in Middleville, one in Newport, and eventually built this beautiful restaurant just outside of Poland called the Black Dahlia. I do know for a fact that those of you who may or may not have seen the Black Dahlia understand that was a beautiful building that cost a lot of money to build. We were told that there was some mafia money involved in the building of it. And it was close to Utica, and many of the mafia people would come over there and play cards, and that there was some bad feelings between some of the mafia people. And in 1964, the Black Dahlia was burned into the ground. And a few years later, it was burned again, eventually torn down. And that's my story about the final argument. And I want to thank Susan and the Historical Society for allowing me to write a story for the book. Thank you very much.